Hey, what's up? It's the Fit Gear Hunter, and up for review today is the Nike Metcon 7. This is my first shoe review, and the only reason I'm doing it is because this has so much thought and design and different aspects that I feel like it's worth mentioning, worth reviewing, worth putting on the channel, because I feel like this is a step away from all the other shoes that are out there because of the amount of thought and specificity that goes into this shoe. So if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for more. Everything on this channel, Fit Gear Hunter and FitGearHunter.com, is for the purpose of reviewing and testing devices for CrossFit training, high intensity interval training versus all the running, swimming, and biking videos that are out there. Upcoming reviews is the Fitbit Charge 5 is on pre-order. Obviously, there was a fail with the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 because it doesn't connect to iPhones. And we're in the middle of the long-term training load review for Coros, Suunto, Garmin, and Polar to see how their training load stuff calculates out. I'm using some new sound equipment because all the previous sound was coming in a little bit quiet, and I kept noticing it, and somebody commented and said that it was coming in too quiet, so I'm using a different approach. So hopefully it works out a little bit better. And as always, there's timestamps down below so that you can skip to whatever part. But the Nike Metcon 7 has so many new designs to it. So I am coming from the Reebok Nano 7s, ironically, but I've really loved these shoes because of the heel support, the width of the base, the way that it feels, ergonomically on the feet. It's got a little bit of grip on the side for rope climbs, but just the overall stability of the heel. And so I felt like, well, this is the first shoe I've purchased full price. And I just felt like there's so many design elements to go into it. It's got a raised heel built into it for Olympic lifts during the Metcon. It's got a wide base for overall stability for lifts and just fast movements between lifts. It's got flex within the toe, flex within the design, and we're going to look at all these things a little bit more closely for running. It's got a lace tie down, so a really cool Velcro system to tie down your laces or to hold them in place when you're doing double unders in the workout, which is genius. It's just got awesome design overall, but you look at the rope climb design, it's got grooves on one side all the way up to be able to grip and pull the rope, and then on the opposite side, it's got a rubber full line so that you're getting full grips. I mean, the grooves flow up even through the clear rubber that's on the side to be able to grip and hold on to the rope, which is fantastic. On the heel, it's got really hard, like a plastic on the very edge, so it keeps an edge. So if you look at a regular shoe that has just the sole that comes up and it's got a rubberized feel, this edge is for headstand push-ups so that you're just sort of gliding along the wall. Fantastic. The lace design, it's got, little strings. This is Nike's thing that they have in all their shoes, but the lace design makes it feel like a little bit more snug fit versus a traditional whole lace. And then just relatively lightweight. So we're going to look at all that. It's got, the Nike React foam, so you get a lot of cushion and spring and stability there, which comes from their, their basketball lineup. But one of the things I like the most about what Nike has done is that they designed this shoe specifically for CrossFit. I mean, they worked for 2 years, is what the Morning Chalk Up wrote up about it. 2 years to design the perfect shoe for CrossFit. And I just think, why isn't anybody else doing this, especially those in the CrossFit lineup? This is fantastic because you can see that they went into every single aspect that would affect a CrossFit workout. We're going to compare it to the Nano X. We're going to compare it to the Nobull shoes just in concept. I don't have those shoes to show side by side. We're going to talk about the features and benefits on their side of the table and the features and benefits here. So with that, let's look at the shoe up close and personal and come back together. All right, so we're going to look at this just in detail. So I want to be able to functionally just see all the different aspects that could be a benefit to it. So we'll look at how heavy it is. So that's 13.1 ounces, and if you compare it to the Nano 7, 12.9. So it's about the same weight. So that is a positive sign because it's not adding anything with the extra rubber. I mean, you're not getting any extra size. So let's look at the overall width of the, one of the things I liked about the Nano was the fact that it was, so that's 4.58 inches, and the heel is 3.75 inches. And if you compare that to the Nano's wider on the toe base, which again I like, and much wider or wider on the heel. So again, more stability, which were some of the features and aspects of what I liked about the Nanos that I thought were functional for CrossFit. You know, it has so many great things to it. I mean, I just love the thought that goes into it. And we're just going to start at the top with what you can see more obviously. This is the laces lock. So you pull it down and then it Velcros here so you can tighten up the shoe. And then you basically peel it back so that you can lock the laces down when you're doing double unders. When you have these little pull cords across the shoe, they're just on this one side, but it creates a smooth and even tightening. I love that it has the flex, I mean, this is what all the shoes have. They have this sort of flex breathable material, but the way that Nike's designed it is that you have stability in the base, flex in the top, and then overall cushion on the bottom. But this, is breathable and good. I love that they rubber coated the tip of the shoe because I tend to wear out the tip. I don't know why that sort of happens or has happened in my Nano 7s. Obviously, the glorious design thing is this full rubber side for doing rope climbs. You have awesome grooves, and then as the rubber goes all the way up, there's grooves alongside here for a full grip. And then if you were to, look at it across, it's got a cut obviously for your arch, but it's curved all the way around to be able to have the same effect all the way up the opposite side for when you're wrapping the rope around the other side. So fantastic design there. When it comes to the running, it's got a great flex, super soft. Obviously Nike's the best in my opinion. It's some of these design elements for running, as far as the cushion and the response time. It's got this base like we measured, but I love that it's got this sort of heel. This really compares to a lot of the Nike lifting shoes, which some would say are the best lifting shoes out there. The sort of design giving this wide base and this angle that they've created that was in a lot of their lifting shoes is carried forward here for the lift. And then one of the things that is unique, apparently the Metcon 6s came with an insert that gave a rise to the heel. This doesn't come with an insert to do so. It actually has the rise to the heel built in, and it's built in with this Nike React cushioning, so you get a full bounce back, so you don't notice it when you're running, but it is lifting the heel just a bit when there's a lot of squat movements in a workout. You have this full plastic wrap, which feels like it hugs the heel really well. This is not plastic. I mean, I did like the Nano 7s, the way they wrap the whole heel in plastic, and it looks like they have a similar design on the X's, but a little bit different. You have a really solid heel though. This plastic base just creates this is like a plastic almost, that creates a full grip and cushion. And then the thing I just love is their attention to detail. So you notice this is actually plastic. This is that foam, fully Nike React foam. And then this is rubber down here, but the edge where you're going to be rubbing against the wall for headstand push-ups is fully plastic. It's just got a smooth finish to it so you can glide along the wall. But again, just the fact that they've thought through every aspect and every detail with such specificity is great. Let's come back together and compare them to some of the other manufacturers. So how does this compare to some of the other shoes, and then what do I think about it in general? Let's compare it specifically to the previous top shoe for CrossFit was the Nanos. The Nanos, the 10-year anniversary, the Nano X, I have a little bit of a problem because I've loved that the Nanos were designed for CrossFit and had these sort of accent pieces that were purposeful for a CrossFit workout. In the review, on the main page for the Nano X, there's an interview with Vellner and Frykowski and Thorstadter. So the manufacturer says the key design issue was that they would look more like a sneaker and less like a piece of equipment. Bad idea. And Annie, I mean, she's awesome. I mean, all these people are awesome, but Annie says, the heel raise, it's got a little bit of a cool factor to it. And I just think this is not the right solution, that they literally designed it to be more of a sneaker and less of a piece of equipment. When all of us typically in the CrossFit world, we buy shoes specifically as a piece of equipment. We buy lifting shoes that are exorbitantly expensive specifically to help us with lifting. And we want a shoe for a Metcon and for a daily life in the workout that's going to specifically help us for that workout. We're not looking to wear these on the street or out on date night. We're not looking to use this in any other function. We know this is not what we're going to run a half marathon in. We want it specifically for the purpose of CrossFit training, and I just think they've really gotten away from that. So they're, the benefits to the Nano X is they got the flex weave top, they've got a light foam or a soft foam and a lightweight design. They have a large heel wrap still built in place to give stability across the heel, which is a fundamental need. But the negative about it is just everything else. The heel looks rounded, fully rubberized for headstand push-ups. That's not going to work. There's not any grip along the sides for rope climbs. It really just doesn't look like, the base of it doesn't look as big as obviously what Nike's putting out, but it's just not designed, in my opinion, for the highest quality CrossFit training shoe. And then you go to Nobull. Nobull is, in my opinion, I just don't understand, other than reason they're maybe throwing money to be the sponsor, why they are the shoe for CrossFit. Because I feel like maybe it's got a lightweight, flexible, breathable design, but overall it's got no added features that benefit a CrossFit workout. Now Tia wears them, so they're not holding her back, but I just think if you're going up on a rope and you got rubber grips along the side versus just soft fabric, how is it not going to be better? How is it not going to be more functional? If you got a wide base on the heel with a little lift built into the shoe, how is that not going to be better when doing a bunch of squat type movements or squat clean type movements in a Metcon in a competition? So I don't consider them a contender or the running at all. So what do I think about this shoe? I think it is awesome because it is designed to really accomplish better workouts or better functional movements during the workout. All of the features, I thought they have really thought through everything that would affect a CrossFit workout. I just think, and I do think there's credit to be given to the fact that it is Nike. Not that I love Nike because I feel like they overrule too many things, but they have put a lot of science into their cushioning system, into their flexible system, into their movement systems. There is a lot of foundation and backbone to the Nike company and the Nike design and the Nike features that I think can absolutely benefit, like the cushioning system, the Nike React. I just think it is taking their science for basketball and it's applying it to CrossFit. So we have what could be, one of the best overall sort of scientific designs for shoes for a million different sports, and now they're thinking, let's really focus our attention on CrossFit, and I feel like they've done a great job. So with that is the review for the Nike Metcon 7. So Figure Hunter, thanks so much for watching.